Win at all costs. We'll get on to that phrase in just a minute, but first we're going to start with a different phrase, which is the good, the bad and the ugly. You can probably guess which has fallen into each one. We're going to start with the good though, we're going to start with the positive, because we won again in European football. We won away from home in Europe once more. 4 wins and 1 loss from our 5 games so far means we just need a point against Freiburg in a fortnight's time at London Stadium in order to top the group and go straight into the last 16 of the Europa League. And that, results-wise, is a fantastic achievement. I think our record under David Moyes in European football is outstanding. 32 games, we've won 75% of them, lost 5. It's a tremendous record. And what we did last night, I think we've done for pretty much every group game, not just this season, but last season in the Europa League. It was a bit easier because the opponents were worse. And then the season before that, our first Europa League campaign in the group stage, quite often I remember thinking we got the job done. Professional performance. Wasn't the best to watch, wasn't the most entertaining, but we got the 3 points and we moved on, and that's the most important thing. If you, at the start of the season, said to me, after 5 games in the group stage of Europa League, you'd be top and you just need a point against Freiburg at the London Stadium to win the group, I'd have bit your hand off for it. Now, of course, it doesn't tell the whole story, but we're focusing on the good part here right now, and that is the good. It was another, I say, efficient performance. We didn't get out of second gear. It's up to you whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing is we didn't need to in order to win the game. The bad thing is a bit of an attitude issue there. I wasn't too happy. It felt like there was a little bit of arrogance about us last night, and I didn't really like it. But that's 3 games now. Not the Olympiacos one, but Nottingham Forest, Burnley, and then last night against Baka Topola. 3 games now with late winners, all from Tomas Soucek as well. But there's something to be said for that in regards to the attitude of the players, that grit and determination to get that winner. There's something about it. Last season, now this is Premier League only, I could be wrong, I don't think we picked up any points in the last 10 minutes of games last season. Out the whole Premier League campaign, I don't think we won a game in the last 10 minutes where we scored and got the points. This season, I think we've got 7 points in the Premier League from scoring in the last 10 minutes, 7 more additional points. So that's good. That's positive. There's something in that I like about us, getting those last minute winners. And like I said, I know that old phrase, had the third phrase of the video, sign of a good team when you don't play well and win. I kind of get it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I just don't like it when it happens every game, like it seems to be at the minute. Now let's get on to the bad and the ugly. We've already just discussed a lot of it in last night's review, but it wasn't entertaining to watch. I feel like we got away with one last night, getting the 3 points. So like I said, I almost felt guilty celebrating Soucek's winner and the fact that we won the game, because it doesn't really feel like we deserved it. And I think a large part of the problem with it is I don't have much confidence it's going to get any better. Are we going to start playing better against Crystal Palace? I'm not too sure we are. Going back to the good, actually, we were missing a few players. A few players were rested. Whether Kudus actually has an illness, what is up with Soufal? He was in training during the week, so it's not an injury. Maybe he was just rested as well. Alvarez was rested. Bowen is supposed to be okay for Crystal Palace. So we'll have 4 or 5 first team players that didn't feature last night playing on Sunday, and not playing those, not even taking them to Serbia. It is a fantastic thing for David Moyes to have. So we've used the squad well, and not once in this group stage have we fielded our strongest 11. So we've not once named our strongest team, yet we've won 4 out of the 5, and we're a point away from winning the group. So that's a really good achievement itself. Doesn't mean that we've used the squad well. I guess in some cases we have, but the performances of the fringe players would suggest perhaps not. Cornet, I'm filing him under good. I've just seen what Cornet said after the game. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'll paraphrase. He basically said he'd like more minutes, but he's there. Whenever the manager needs him, he's there. He's going to do his best. He's pleased what he was able to contribute last night. His teammates are happy for him as well, and he's going to wait his chance. And when he gets his chance, he's going to do his best to take it. And he said he wants more minutes. He needs more minutes, but he's waiting. He's waiting for his chance. I was impressed with Cornet's appearance off the bench, but that's what you've got to do when you're a fringe player, when you're a player that's not guaranteed minutes, or you're struggling to get minutes. So we're talking Benrahma, Fornals, Mubama to some extent, different circumstances, but he's also trying to take his opportunity. Cornet, Ben Johnson, when you're Creswell, arguably, when you're those types of players, You've got to take your chance. And sure, you need longer than 10-15 minutes, but most of them last night got longer than 10-15 minutes. They just didn't take their chance. Cornet came on and took it. Absolutely delighted for him. And I just hope that he's now more of an option for David Moyes going forward. Now, going back to the ugly, it's not good at the minute. The football is it's not good enough. And I've got some comments from people. Now, let's pull them all up. We're going to start with this one. I've taken out all the subscribers' names. I was reading the comments, and then I pulled up this one. It says, Gino, seriously, you and so many slagging Soucek off, you clown. 5 goals in 5 games. What is it you want exactly? You want Ings 25 appearances and no goals, and he's a striker. Wake the F up with Soucek. This channel, along with others slagging Soucek off, is boring. Do you even know about football? Or are you trying to flog shitty shirts? It's Christmas jumpers we're trying to sell. Christmas jumpers, not shirts. You boys need to give your head a wobble. Yeah, can't wait for player ratings, but we're going to give Soucek a 2. Well, actually, I'll be doing the player ratings with Gonzo later. Spoiler, he's going to get a 6 or a 7. Undecided as yet. Maybe a 6, maybe a 7. It's one of the two, right? But the reason I'm picking this one up, first of all, in the review, I said Soucek had a quiet game until he scored. I stand by it. I don't think, just because Soucek scored doesn't mean I'm going to think, oh yeah, over the 90 minutes he was creating loads of stuff. Him and Ward-Prowse were controlling the centre midfield. What a brilliant game he had. I thought he was dangerous in their box for the last 10 minutes of the game. But apart from that, I don't think he had a great game. Same with Burnley. Until he popped up with that winner, I don't think he had a great game. And this is a review of the match, not the season so far. Also last night I stated he's having a good season and he's our second biggest goal threat. So Moyes can't sub him. Moyes cannot sub Tomas Soucek anymore. Because if we need a goal, he needs Soucek on the pitch. And if we need to hold on to a lead, he needs Soucek on the pitch. So Soucek is now unsubbable in my opinion because of the way that we play and how we're relying on Tomas Soucek getting the goals. I don't understand. And this is actually, I actually replied to him about how he doesn't tells me I'm not worthy of an opinion. He said, yeah, you're not allowed an opinion. I hate people like that. One of the things I hate most is when someone tells you you're not allowed an opinion because it doesn't match theirs one. Now, why he's quoting 5 goals in 5 games about last night's performance, that means nothing. What, because he scored 2 goals for Czech Republic in the international break, it means he had a good game last night. Because he scored against Nottingham Forest a month ago, it means he had a good game last night. Well, in that case, I hope that poster thought Creswell had a good game because he got an England squad. And Fabianski had a good game because he was Swansea's player of the season. Ben Rama must have had a good game because he scored in the Conference League final. You get my point. Difference of opinions are fine, but telling someone else, not me, anyone, telling someone else their opinion isn't valid because it didn't match theirs, I hate stuff like that. You have your own opinion. And this is where I'm going with in this video kind of thing. If you are happy with last night, if results are all that matters, good. You think that. You be happy with your opinion. You're allowed. That's your opinion. It's fine. You be happy that we won and that's all that matters. That is okay. Don't let anyone tell you different. Likewise, if you're on the other end of it and you hate how we play and you can't celebrate last night too much because of how we played, it's boring, you dislike it, you want Moyes sacked, that's okay as well. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Regardless of where you sit. Now, I'm in the middle of the two, but regardless of where you sit, it doesn't matter. It's your opinion. Have it. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let anyone tell you you're not allowed your opinion because they don't agree with it. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent here, but that's what happens. It's 4 minutes past 3. I can't sleep. It's 5 past 3 in the morning. I can't sleep, so I thought I'm just going to go record a video. I'm getting delirious, really. I'm in time. But I've got some other comments. It's not just that one. I've cut them all out. He said, we're getting results, but it's woeful to watch. No excuses to be this bad. That was actually the first time that I haven't celebrated us scoring. Another good finish by Soucek and great cross from Cornet, but the game was just so boring. We have such a boring style and it's just hard to watch us. Glad we won and topped the group, but damn, I really can't be doing with Moyes ball anymore. Feels like Big Sam is a manager. And lastly, we have a positive one. There's not that many, but I found one. Anonymous said, I understand why you feel that way. Because I was basically saying we won and I'm happy we won, but I was just bored watching it. Said, I understand why you feel that way. I get it. But after years and years of watching West Ham lose when we should win, I never feel bad about winning. I'm not saying I enjoyed the match. I'm not saying football was remotely good. I'm just thankful we won. And that gets on to my next phrase, win at all costs. Now, usually this is in relation to the dark arts of football, isn't it? So whether it be long ball and you're just piling everyone in the box and trying to get your head on it, whether it's your time wasting through feigning injury, taking ages at throw-ins and free kicks and goal kicks, whether it's maybe you're physically bullying the other side, win at all costs is usually in relation to the dark arts of football, how Italy used to play when they were allowed to. But actually, in regards to David Moyes, it's almost like win at all costs. In terms of style, it doesn't matter how boring it is. It's about getting the 3 points, because whether I like it or not, it's sort of working at the minute. I do think there's an element of luck there, but there's always elements of luck in football, whatever side you sit on. I would argue, I say luck for Wolves on Monday, they just got done over by VAR, but there is always luck involved, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. We've been on the receiving end of it, as Douglas. It's Douglas, all right? That last comment was from Douglas. I've nearly said it. I've said it now. It's 6 minutes past 3. Leave it out. Douglas said there, he's seen us on the receiving end of bad luck plenty. So when we have the good luck, he's going to take it. And again, that's a good thing to have. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because luck will always play an element in football. I just don't like relying on it. I think it's a very unsubstantial thing to rely on, and I just don't necessarily feel like I enjoy the way we play. Now, outsiders looking in, this is where we get a little bit hypocritical in regards to having your own opinion. But the difference is, I think, the ones I'm talking about watch West Ham every game, whereas the ones I'm away to talk about don't. They look at the results. Because if you look at the results of West Ham, it's really good at the minute. Ninth, are we still ninth in Premier? We're ninth in the Premier League, a point away from the last 16 in Europa League. Quarterfinals coming up of the Carabao Cup in 3 weeks' time against Liverpool. It's looking good, black and white, results-wise, it's looking good. So that's why people don't turn around and say, hey, don't worry about your playing style. What are you complaining about over there at West Ham? You West Ham fans, ungrateful, shush. But I tell you what, those people that work in mainstream media that may work for the likes of Sky Sports and TNT, they might write for the red tops in the country that will tell us to stop moaning about the style. You're not allowed to moan about the style because you're getting results. Well, actually, if every Premier League team played like we did, they'd soon have a bloody problem, because the product that they sell through their TV subscriptions to overseas rights buyers, if every team played like West Ham are at the minute, there wouldn't be much takers. The viewership would decrease, the audience would decrease. Now, that's never going to happen, and there's an argument. You need teams like West Ham for variety. We all played like Man City, it would get a bit boring. We all played the same way, it would be boring. So the fact there's various different styles in Premier League is part of the entertainment. But if we all played like West Ham, I'll tell you what, there wouldn't be much bloody entertainment there. The product that they're trying to flog wouldn't really be worth flogging. I'll tell you what, we've got Crystal Palace on Sunday. That has a potential for being one of the worst games you can watch this season, because Palace are boring. I don't care what people say. Palace are boring. I've seen them enough times this season. I don't enjoy watching them. They are boring. And I was speaking to a friend of mine who supports Man United. It's not her fault. Her dad made her support Man United, but she was saying the same thing about them. They're getting results. Just the football is terrible this season. And you're allowed to have two opinions. You're allowed to be happy with the results, to be happy with the way things are going in terms of results, but at the same time be unhappy with what you're watching and how we are getting there. The destination is one thing, the journey is another, to quote Mikel Arteta, who had to change what he was going to say because Lacazette gave him the answer he wasn't really looking for. In the Amazon series, Arteta had a whiteboard and he had destination and journey, and he said to Lacazette, what's more important? And he said the destination. And Arteta stumbled a little bit and started agreeing with why the destination was important, but tried to change his answer so actually his journey was just as important. So I think he's waiting for someone to say the journey, and goes, exactly, we're all on the same journey, we're going to have a good time. But anyway, it was good. It was good fun. But the destination, to quote Arteta, is to probably try and qualify for European football next season, possibly win a trophy. That is the aim of West Ham this season. I think that's a fair thing to say. But it's the way we're getting there. It's not particularly enjoyable. It's like when I used to go from Aberdeen to London to watch West Ham. I mean, when I got to London, I was happy. Away to watch West Ham, happy days. Tell you what, the overnight megabus was not fun. I did not enjoy the journey at all, although the destination was all right. I didn't enjoy how it got there. That's a little bit like that this season. So where we are, 9th, a point away from winning the group. I like it. I'm happy with that. But I feel like I'm on the megabus again. I don't like that. Anyway, this is what happens when I record at 3 a.m. in the morning because I can't sleep. I'm away for a walk and shower. I said a walk and shower. W-A-L-K, you dirty lot. I'm away for a walk and shower. And then I'm going to do the player ratings where I'm going to give Soucek a 2 out of 10 apparently. Because, you know, he told me. That poster told me that's what I'm going to give Soucek. So there you go. If you've somehow enjoyed this video, it's a bit of a mess. Please do drop a like on it by clicking thumbs up. Remember and buy one of your crap Christmas jumpers that we're trying to flog you as well. They've just been delivered to my house, so that's my job for the weekend, packaging up all the pre-sold Christmas jumpers. But we ordered a little bit extra. So if you fancy getting one, go to hammerschatstore.com and support the channel so we can keep slagging off Soucek for scoring 5 goals in 5 games. I'll be back later. Unfortunately, for some of you, I'll be back later with Gonzo. We're doing our Palace preview today. That's going to be boring. Right, I'm going for my walk. I'll catch you in a bit.